As a beginner trader, you only need to know two things: general direction of the market and how to execute your position once the market or once price has given you an entry opportunity, right? So in today's video, I just want to show you how to do your analysis, identify the market direction, and how you can execute your entry position. So for instance, let's just start this analysis with GBP USD. Now, like I said before, one thing that you need to do, the first thing, that is identify the general direction of the market. Now, if you look at this, basically, this is just the market's moving up. And if you look at this level, the market was moving down. Those are the only things that you need to understand. Once you understand direction, then, like I say, go to the lower time frame and start looking for entry opportunity. If you did understand that the market was moving down, let's just say this level, if you did understand that the market was moving down, go to the lower time frame and start looking for sell. And now if you see the market is moving up, go to the lower time frame and start looking for buys. So you can start your analysis from maybe daily time frame, that is maybe weekly time frame. If you're a swing trader, go to the monthly time frame, even 12-month time frame if you're a swing trader, right? So right here, this is the lowest level. We can mark this right there, and of course we had a high right there, and that is when we see that the market did break. Correct. Now, to my knowledge, that I understand that the market moves like a wave, like something like this: goes up, down, goes up, down, goes up, down. That is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? And at the same time, if we was in a downtrend, the market moved down, up, down, up. That is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So all we need to do is just wait for those pullback. I call them pullback, right? Or retracement, and that is where we look for our entry opportunity. Now, if you look at this based on the daily time frame, you see the market went up, came down. So this was the place that you could have looked for an entry opportunity. We've seen the market goes up, came down. Another opportunity to look for buys, went up, and now all you need to do, wait for the market to push down, look for your entry, right? But then let's just go to the 4-hour time frame and understand what price is doing. But then before we proceed, guys, if you are looking for a pro firm, we have funded next, basically with the best, one of the best pro firm in the industry right now, right? So we have Stellar Light Challenge, we have Stellar Challenge, that is, we have Stellar One Step. But then if you don't have enough capital, probably I do recommend you can start with Stellar Light Challenge, which I believe goes from $32, right? Once you have $32, you can purchase a $5,000 account, right? Now, off this $5,000 account, all you need to make is just 8%. 8% of 5K should be $400. Then on phase 2, you should be making 4%, or 4% of $5,000, you will be making $200. Now, once you've done that, you're going to get a live account, and then that is when you can just make any amount you want. Then wait for payouts. The first payout basically is after 21 days. Then after 21 days, every 14 days you receive your payout. And then of course we have a refundable fee. Guys, you can trade news over here. Yes, news trade is allowed. That is, news trading is allowed. Correct. Now, of course, we also have futures. Forex also introduce futures, basically. Now, for those US traders who want to join futures, this is the right time for you guys to, join Forex. Link in the description box below. Correct. Let's go. But then, of course, guys, I also have a Telegram. Let me just show you Telegram channel. Like you see, guys, I do give out this analysis right here. I do give out my analysis and show what I'm anticipating for the day, so you guys can react to that. For instance, let me just show you. I think this was a trade that I did take. You can see this was AUDCHF before, and this is when AUDCHF was running, right? So check the channel link in the description. These are just my analysis. I bet you can see how amazing they are. Give out the analysis. You guys just need to take the entry based on your strategy. But then remember, I don't give out signal and I don't offer mentorship. So let's just continue. So like I said before, now we understand that the market did break out of the last high that we did identify, this right there. Good. So if you look at this market clearly, we had a high, low, high, low, high, low. So these were just opportunities that the market was giving out for buyers to go in for more position right there. So right now we've seen that the market is basically at a low zone. So that just tells us that there's an opportunity that this market, someone wants to give us, to tell us that we should be looking for more buying opportunity. Correct. Now, remember, like I said, let's just go to the 1 hour. I need to show something. The market has gone back to retest this previous high, turned to a support now. Now that's a demand. Remember, it was a supply zone, then it got broke. So now it is a demand zone. It's no more a supply zone, right? So like I told you guys, remember, the market gives a high, low, then that is just a sign to tell you that you should be going in. Now if you look at this drop right there, the market was giving us a low, high, low, high, low, high, and now low. So this is just a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And now to tell you that this market is ready for buys, right now you see that the market has only given us an impulse phase right here. So this market might just do this, then goes back and break out of this low that it created. That is, so that is not I mean, that just tell us that the market is not ready, right? So if we want to see that this market is ready for buys, all we need now is to see the market doing this, dropping right there. Now the moment the market start dropping, then just the only thing that you need to do is just identify this level that the market has reversed from. Let's just say, for instance, this market reverses from this level, something like that. So the moment we see this price doing this, and of course we need to identify this as our last low, right? Something like this. So once we see price doing this, all we need to anticipate is this market should not continue dropping to take out this low. Let's just come back, maybe retrace around 50%. Those use Fibonacci, something like that. And once we see price coming back and taking out this high right there, once price takes out that high, then that definitely tells us that price has already changed direction, because now all we understand is price has started creating a higher high right there. These are higher low right there, higher high. So all we'll need to do is just wait for the market to come back and give us this kind of a pullback. Let's just say the market goes maybe around that level. All we need to do is just wait for pullback, something like this, and wait for another entry confirmation based on your decision, based on your strategy, based on your age, and that is where you look for your buy entry opportunity. So that's just how I simplify the markets. You see, make sure that if you are looking for buys, make sure that the bulls are in. Make sure that they have already showed sign that we want to go up. Correct. Now let me just show you this. I think I should label this maybe something like this, then say higher low, something like that, and now call this higher high, and call this as an anticipated higher low, and higher high, and call this as anticipated higher low. Now once you've identified this market structure, something like this, then that is when you start looking for your buy opportunity. And the reverse is true. Let's just flip the screen. You see, if price was moving down and you see the market giving you high, low, high, low, all you need to do is just wait for the market to come back, create a new low or something like this, goes back, right? Once it takes out that new high that it has created, then all we need to do wait for a pullback, and look for entry. In essence, the market will have started creating a new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and that is where we look for our selling opportunity. I hope that makes sense. Now there's this. I know most people like trading demand and supply. Now when it comes to demand and supply, mostly the market usually moves sideways, something like this, right? But then I don't advise this kind of market condition, because I understand that those who trade demand and supply, they understand that anytime the market hits our supply zone right there, they look for sell, and anytime the market hits our demand zone right there, they look for buy. But then what happens? Well, let's say this market was moving in this series, then you look for your selling opportunity, something like this, as usual, because you understand that from the previous behavior, the market has been doing this, respecting this level. You look for your selling position, then you see price doing this, goes down a little bit, then takes you out. You see, that's crazy. So my anticipation, that is sorry, my advice will always be only try to trade this kind of market, a clear market, higher high, higher low, higher low, this moving market, not a consolidating market, right? Trade this kind of a market, lower low, lower high, lower low, something like that. And I hope that will help you out. So I hope this video was helpful, very short of course, but then Like I say, check out my Telegram channel, link in the description box below, and adios mi amigos, peace.